Is this the best wireless charger you can buy? Let's have a look. Dave Taylor here, and I'm looking at wireless Qi chargers again. There are a lot of them on the market, but there's a lot of different features that don't seem to make it into every single one. So, the latest I'm looking at is this. This is the Alubase Wireless from Just Mobile, and it's pretty darn nice. So it features a unibody aluminum assembly, and then the top has this sort of rubberized mat, and then the very top ring is actually an anti-scratch silicone ring. And then on the bottom there are little silicone feet. So it sits, it doesn't move, it actually doesn't mar your surface. Comes with a micro USB cable, and depending on what configuration you get, this is the really nice part, it comes with a QuickCharge 3 wall charger. Now, QuickCharge 3 is the latest generation of QuickCharge, and most modern smartphones, and in fact most modern smart devices, actually work great with this chip, and it gives you the maximum possible, fastest possible charge. So, power cord, QuickCharge or QC3, plug it in, it's just a single USB connection, and now we have our charger ready to roll. Now, it's a high-speed wireless charger, which means it should charge 30% faster than on another device or another wireless charger, right? So in this case, let's start with our testing of an Apple iPhone XS. So I'm going to put that on, and as you can see, hopefully, you can see it's charging, so that works well. And it is giving 7.5 watts to the iPhone. So that's about 50% more power or charge than you would get with a regular wireless charger that isn't QC3, because those generally tend to default to 5 watts. That makes a difference because when you have it sitting on here, you don't want to pay a huge performance penalty because it's not a wired charger. So, iPhone 10. Now let's look at the Samsung Galaxy S8. Now the S8, the S9, the upcoming S10, all will be fed 10 watts. Android, it's given 10 watts to the phone. So I put this on top and it charges. I didn't find that it charged dramatically faster, so maybe the Android phones tend to do a really good job on the wireless charging anyway. You can see I had to adjust this one a little bit to get it on the sweet spot, and it's still thinking about charging. There we go. So now I'm at 12%. It's not a lot of charge, but you can see here that you get this nice display. In fact, I have to say Android phones do a whole lot better job of showing you how charged you are versus the iPhone. Gives you that little green battery, but then after a couple seconds it just goes away, and so then if it's just sitting there, you have to do something to see how much charge you have left to go. So there's that. Now, this is the Google Pixel 3 XL, and the Pixel 3 is very persnickety, that's the word. It's very actually cranky about what charger you use. People actually were afraid that it wouldn't charge at all with non-Google wireless charging. So fortunately that's not the case, but it is interesting that when I put it on here, this is a QC3, but of course QuickCharge is not a Google charging technology. So on the bottom, as you can see in this close-up, it tells me that it's charging slowly. Really? You can't work with QuickCharge? Come on, Google. You could do better. So, this will charge, and it will charge okay, just like the, Galaxy will charge, but I really wish everything just magically worked super fast. That's just kind of what you want, right? You don't want this performance penalty. Now here's the thing though, is you don't want to have to worry about a wireless charger that doesn't understand what you're putting on it and then starts pushing out current because you dropped on a paperclip or your car keys. So fortunately, the Alubase Wireless also has this whole retinue. Object detection, overcurrent detection, overvoltage detection, short circuit detection, and overheat detection. So anytime it's not working exactly how it thinks it should be working and it doesn't detect the sort of receiver coil of the wireless charging technology, then this thing just goes off again. And right now, it's not pushing out any voltage, so it's not using any current. So this is really just sort of like a passive or dead device. You put something on it that understands wireless and it makes, this like physical hardware that actually interfaces, and boom, it all works great. So let's see. So the actual physical characteristics of it is a really nice unit. I will say that Just Mobile has a very good handle on working with aluminum. All their products are really nice, nicely machined, nicely designed aluminum products, and this is no different. This is a nice wireless unit. It is solid. There's, there are no moving parts. There's nothing to break. There's no switches. It's very, very low key. Now, the only thing, having said that, is, let's see, it should have a little tiny light, I think, that comes on. Maybe, maybe not. So on the downside, there doesn't seem to be any indication on the wireless charging that it's actually charging. I could be wrong on that, but I don't see anything. So that might be something that you would care about, because a lot of them have like little tiny blue light or something, so you see that it is actually active versus passive. I can check out, let's see, on the packaging, there's nothing that indicates that there's any sort of feedback mechanism, so that might be important to you. But otherwise, there's a lot to like about this, and in fact, having it be packaged with a QC3 charger, that's a real win. Now you can buy it without that, but if you're gonna just use a regular wall charger like what came with your phone or something, then you're kind of missing out on part of what makes this a really interesting device. So, in terms of actual performance, let me just tell you that I timed my charge wirelessly with the QC3 charger on the iPhone XS, and it gave me a 40% charge in an hour. So that's not bad. Again, someday maybe we will have these things like embedded in tables at restaurants. And imagine that, you're having lunch with all your colleagues or your friends or something. You put your phone in the right place, and then when you're ready to go, boom, it's all ready to go. It's fully charged, or it's at least significantly more charged than it was before. That'd be nice. Now, you can also plug this directly into your computer, and you can just tap off of your computer's USB connection, so that will work too. That's not a QC3 charger, so maybe it's not quite as fast, but certainly gives you a lot of flexibility. So that's really all I have. So this is the Alubase Wireless, and before I tell you the price, let me ask if you can go ahead and click subscribe and subscribe to my channel. Really appreciate it. It helps us stay in touch, and it helps you find out all the cool new devices I get my hands on. So speaking of devices that I get my hands on, this is kind of in a funny space. This isn't quite released yet from Just Mobile. So the pricing is a little confusing. You can find it without the QC3 charger on Amazon, but I would recommend, unless you have a QC3 charger, get the package that includes the charger, which is what this yellow sticker indicates. And according to Just Mobile's material that they provided me, the Alubase Wireless with QC3 charger is $49.95 at justmobile.com. Having said that, I just went on their site and I can't find it yet. So I think I'm a little ahead of the curve there, but hopefully by the time you see this video, you'll be able to pop over to their site or pop over to Amazon and actually find this product, because I like it. I think it's a really nice, simple solution for a flat, sort of hockey puck style wireless Qi charging. And, however fast or slow it charges with different phones, then at least it charges and at least it works and it doesn't slip, and it's a nice, simple device. So with that, this is Dave Taylor, and I actually think that it's my Samsung that needs charging the most, which means I will catch you in my next video.